Hello. I thought I would do this video today on long distance friendships because lately I've noticed that quite a few people are going overseas, so I thought it would be interesting to do it on long distance friendships because my friend, well, not friend, my best friend, Megan, she moved to Queensland at the beginning of this year, so I've got some sort of experience on long distance friendship. So, I've spoken to some people before about this, and they seem to think that when you move away, you are going to lose all of your friends. And I suppose it's easy to kind of get into that mentality, but it's not always the case. I really think that it has to do with how strong your friendship actually is. So Megan and I, we became best friends. We've been best friends for like 13 years now, and I'd say it's more of a soulmate connection. People normally associate like soulmates with a relationship, but I think it can be a friendship. Like we just, I have no idea how we became friends. She was kind of one of those people who was quite lonerish, and I think I got put with her to so she could get some friends or something. But I don't know. We've just got like one of those friendships where like she's the one person who can make me laugh a lot. Like I just laugh so much when I'm with her. Like I'll like when you're pretty like good by yourself, but when you're with somebody else, then just suddenly you're just 100 times like you're the same person, but they just like take you to that extra level. So yeah, that's Megan and I. And then last year I found out that she was moving to Queensland because she was going to study at university, environmental sciences. I think. I think that's what she's studying. Anyway, then I was quite upset by that. I was happy that she was going because I was honestly one of those people who's just like, you need to go for what you need to do what you want to do. I'm not going to hold anybody back. If you want to go travel the world or whatever, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, go do that. But at the same time, it does hurt when like somebody who gets you on a soulful connection just like leaves, and like I was very upset by that. I cried quite a lot, and yeah, it was quite horrible. And then like I cried. I don't know. See, like it could just this. You might go through different experiences, probably depending on you and your friendship. So before Megan left, I cried a lot, and then like the week after, I cried a lot, and then I kind of. Like at the same time I was moving out, so there was also all the stress. But then like a few weeks later I kind of got better, but then like every now and again I would just be so upset. And like the hard thing about long distance friendships is that the time difference, that's one thing that it got frustrating because it was like if I wanted to tell Megan something now, then she's 8 hours ahead. And then it's all good and fine if I say it in like 9 in the morning because then she's still awake. But then if I do it at night, she's like asleep. So that was the frustrating thing because yes, you can still send messages, but the person's not actually there for you at that moment. Also, technology helps a lot. That's what I found. Snapchat helped a lot. So I never had Snapchat, and then I got it this year, and I found it was so much better because it's a lot more direct. So yeah, technology does help a lot, but as I say, it's not really the same thing because you're not really having that person's presence with you all the time. But then, so she was away for the whole semester, and then like near the end, you kind of get used to it. And then when she was coming back, then that was the upsetting thing because it was like, well, now she's coming back and you have to, for me, I was like, okay, I need to detach from this. Like I need to detach from her because if you attach yourself to someone, you're pretty much going to get hurt by it. It's not an unhealthy detachment. I'm saying you can't like expect her, because she's not coming for long and because she has to see so many people, you can't really get attached to her, or if you understand. So then I was like, oh, and then I was all upset all over again because I'm like, nah, she's going to come back and it's not even going to be the same anymore because obviously it's never going to be the same again. Honestly, I think that even though it's not the same thing, your friendship isn't going to just collapse into a heap of nothing. Well, not a heap of nothing, into nothing, because it's not just going to do that. It's your relationship, well, your friendship is going to collapse if it's not strong enough, in my opinion, or if it's time to just collapse. So Megan and I are still like pretty close. Actually, I think that we're closer in a way, because you kind of, I don't know, it's interesting because you're kind of seeing a different perspective of each other. It's like a new growth thing, and I think it's not actually that bad. This semester's been so much better than last semester. Last semester was bad, but this semester, like, you kind of adjust. So I don't know if in the future I might be obsessed again, but for me, I'm just kind of used to it now. I think that the important thing about long distance friendships is that possessiveness doesn't really help. You just have to, like, for me, I've been like, okay, Megan, like, go make friends with everyone. I don't care, like, go make 100 best friends, and, I want that for her. You don't want somebody to go away, and now because you're unhappy, you wish them unhappiness. Like, I've got new friends, everyone, like, we both got new friends, and I don't think any of us are jealous of that. So I think if you do have that attitude where you're like, oh, well, now, like, this person's left me, and now I'm upset, I hope she has a horrible time, and that's not really, I don't think that that's good. I think that you should be like, okay, you're going away, and just be supportive about it. I mean, your friendship is going to last. Like, distance and time, it's not important. It's just a thing that's there, and, in the future, maybe you'll see each other again, but I think if your connection is really strong, it's not just going to disintegrate. Another thing is that I don't think people really will realize the struggles that the emotional struggles that you go through, because I think some people just think, oh, like, well, whatever, like, the person's going away, and they won't understand. For me, I think it was like, because I was upset in the beginning, like, that's expected, but then you kind of expect it to move on, and, like, I did move on, but then, like, every now and again you, like, go down to the bottom again, and I just think people don't always understand that. So just, like, don't think that you're going crazy, or I hope you don't feel, like, misunderstood if people are like, oh, well, I remember the one time I had this financial maths test, and it was a disaster. It was one of those things where I opened the book up like 2 days before, and then I looked at it, and I was like, what? I, like, seriously underestimated how bad, I estimated how much it was and how much I didn't understand, and then I had such a breakdown. That was just the worst. And then because I was, like, crying about that, then I was crying about Megan leaving, and then she had already left, but I was crying that she was there, and then, like, my parents were confused because they were like, why are you crying about, like, Megan now? And it was like, well, you don't understand, like, if you've got that soul connection, it's not just, like, actually it's weird, because Megan and I were always, at school, we weren't in the same classes, we actually hardly saw each other very much. But it was just like knowing that she's in a different country. It's just different. I think you'll understand it if you're in this situation. But yeah, so you will go through different levels of missing the person. That's all I have to say about long distance friendships, I think. It's hard, but you get used to it, you adapt. I actually think I'm gonna ask, well, when Megan comes back, I'll ask her to do a video with me on what it's like to move countries, because I know that was quite an experience, having to adjust to a new culture especially. Okay, that's it. Bye bye.